I grew up in the Australian outback, the bush. The outback! For as long as I can remember, I've been connected to and fascinated by Mother Nature. I travel the globe seeking out the world's most beautiful and deadly species. I'm a wildlife rescuer, field expert, and conservationist. I believe creating a better understanding of our natural world will in future help to protect it. Welcome to Corey's Wild World. G'day, I'm Corey Wild. Welcome to Australia, far north Queensland. Now this is the home of one of the largest reptiles in the world. Let's have a look at him, shall we? The estuarine or saltwater crocodile. In Australia, we call them salties. Come on, Bill. Up, Bill, up, up. Whoa. Look at the chicken, mate. Come on, Bill. Hey, up. Popping, bang! That's the air displacement from his mouth. He's a big boy, isn't he? Let's go and have a look at another one. Estuarine crocodiles are found north of the Tropic of Capricorn. Another name for him is also the Indo-Pacific crocodile. He's found in the Indo-Pacific throughout Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, right up to Vietnam, New Guinea. It's the largest species of reptile in the world. There's 23 species of crocodile found throughout the world today. Basically 3 groups or major families. Alligators and caimans have a rounder shovel-shaped head. The bottom teeth fit into sockets in the top jaw. There's gharials from India and Asia. True and false gharials have a long slender snout, lots of teeth designed for catching fish, freshwater eels, freshwater crustaceans. And the other ones are the saltwater crocodile family of true crocodiles. There's actually 13 species of true crocodile, and their teeth actually mesh together like so. So that's what distinguishes their group or family. Okay, we'll go and have a look at one. Okay, there's a crocodile in here. His name's Head, and you'll see why in a minute. Come on, Head. Hey. Come on, Head. Hey. Whoa. Come on, big fella. Hey. Come on, Head. Come on, bigger boy. Up, up. Now you can see why he's called Head. That's what happens when a crocodile sticks his nose into a larger crocodile's business. There's a crocodile just down here, and he's in an ambush position, basically waiting for something to come down to the water. A lot of the larger crocodiles are really smart. They won't actually come out and try and grab their prey until you break the water's surface. So sometimes you can actually put your hand down in front of them, and until you actually touch the water and make a little bit of a splash, he knows he's got a really good chance of getting it. Come on. Up. Up, 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 up. Woo! Estuarine or saltwater crocodile can grow up and over 7 metres in length, though usually a 5 metre one is about his maximum length, depending on where he grows up and how much he eats. The female, we're going to feed one just over here, the female only grows to 3 metres in length, so she's a lot smaller than her boyfriend. Here we go. Ooh. of males. There's a male crocodile in here. His name's Murray. Hey! This crocodile in here, he's a teenager. Now, male crocodiles mature at about the age of 14 and females at the age of 9. Now, he's a teenager, he's a little bit smaller, he's a little bit faster too. He's probably a little bit more dangerous. We'll see if we can get him to come out. Now, let's... Hey! This straight in his mouth, I think. He's got a Christmas tree. That's because his name's Santa. Any wild or problem crocodiles they take out of the wild and bring them into a captive breeding situation, and they remain protected. You can see he's a lighter coloured crocodile here, aren't you, boy? Okay. Hey. All of this down the side here. Lots of muscle, lots of fat storage in there too. Also, in front of his leg, he stores his fat there. Crocodile of this size could go without food for at least 6 months. Don't worry, I've got my safety stick, which you could probably call a crocodile toothpick. That's about all it's good for. Saltwater crocodile. You're going to come out now. Come on. Estuarine or saltwater crocodile, what they do is when they venture out into the ocean looking for new territory or in the mating season, they get a lot of salt intake in their body. He doesn't have saliva glands, so when he swallows his food, he likes to drink it down. Drinking in a lot of excess salt water, he's got 2 glands inside the mouth from which he excretes the salt from. And that's where he gets his name. Hello, little fella. Have a look at this little bloke. He's a blue-tongued lizard. Now he's a skink from the Skinkidae family, and he's one of our largest skinks in Australia. You can see where he gets his name from, blue tongue. He's got a nice blue tongue there which he sticks out. Sometimes when they're threatened, they stick their tongue out. They can ward off prey with that. There's centrillion blue tongues, there's also blotched blue tongues. This guy here is a common blue tongue, and they have up to 25 young. Very common, found just about right throughout Australia. Yeah, mate. Now you can see he's not a climber, he's got his little short stumpy legs there and his long slender body, and unfortunately people sometimes kill them, mistaking them for snakes, because he's so shiny and smooth and he's got little short stumpy legs. Blue-tongued lizards are omnivorous. They'll eat plants, flowers, fruits, insects. You can see he perfectly blends in with his surroundings, got great camouflage, and he flicks his tongue in and out constantly. He's got a good sense of smell, but he also uses his tongue to taste the air particles. Blue-tongued lizards are common in backyards around Australia, and they're great to have around because they eat lots of snails and slugs, things that eat our gardens. This is the second largest species of the Macropod family. This is a good sized male. And he'll get up and over 1.5 meters in height. Oh, the thing about macropods is, believe it or not, the gestation period for a female kangaroo is just over 30 days. And when the little baby's born, he makes his way into the pouch, and they can stay in the pouch for up to 12 months, depending on the size of the species. In the last couple of months, what will happen is the joey will get in and out of the pouch, and he'll actually feed still through the pouch from the outside of the mother, sticking his head in the pouch, getting some drink. One day she'll just close it up completely, say you're too big, it's time to leave home and get out and on your way. She'll just use those pouch muscles to close up her pouch, and then she'll be ready to mate again. Now when the conditions are good, the female kangaroo can have a joey beside her, one in the pouch and one on the way. She's actually got the amazing ability to store a fertile embryo and give birth when the conditions are good enough for her young to survive strongly. You can see that they've been licking their forearms, they're nice and wet, and that's basically their air conditioning system. A lot of blood vessels close to the skin in the forearms, and what they do is they lick them, and that keeps them nice and cool. Once again, transfer the cooler blood around to warmer parts of his body, opposite to the crocodile, because the crocodile wants to warm up, the kangaroo wants to cool down. Awesome! Look at this stunning snake. This is Morelia viridis, also known as a green tree python. And you can see why it's called a green tree python. He likes to live up trees, and he's a really beautiful green colour. You see the way this snake climbs, he'll pull up half its body. He'll wrap around, take position, and then pull the rest of himself up the branch. The green tree, whoa! The green tree python is found in small pockets of rainforest in northern Australia, parts of Indonesia, and also parts of New Guinea. The green tree python is an arboreal species. It lives up trees throughout its life. It mainly predates on small mammals. You can see he's a great climber. Beautiful colours here, got the yellow, blue, beautiful emerald green colour. The green tree python is oviparous, which means it lays eggs. Now there's another species of boa which looks very similar to this snake. He's called a green tree boa, but he's from the boa family, not from the python family. And the family of boas actually give birth to live young. The colour, the way it climbs the tree. He has a prehensile tail as well. Can wrap around. Beautiful colours, all different colours. An interesting thing with the baby pythons, or the neonates, when they're born, they can be the colour of the belly, yellow, they can be blue, they can be purple. And as they get older, as they mature, before they get to about 1 metre in length, they'll change to this beautiful green colour. Pythons are primarily nocturnal hunters, and with a number of secret weapons, they can seek out their prey with pinpoint precision. Number 1, the eyes with vertical pupils, allowing them to see like night vision, which we are viewing through the camera right now. Number 2, the forked tongue, which is constantly flickering when the snake is in hunting mode, capable of tracking prey by picking up the microscopic scent particles which the victim leaves behind like a paper trail. Number 3, the ability to slow down its metabolism, allowing the snake to wait in ambush for extended periods of time, and some of the larger species can wait for weeks. And number 4, secret weapon which most pythons have, are the thermal heat sensing pits on the jawline, capable of detecting 1/10 of a degree in temperature change, and when your prey is warm-blooded, it's a surefire way of securing a meal. Once the prey is secure, the snake throws coils around its victim to restrain it. They kill by constriction. The prey is asphyxiated or crushed. The prey is then swallowed whole, usually by the head first, but not in this case. The jaws are held together by elastic tendons, and they can stretch over prey up to 10 times the size of the snake's head. Using its 50 to 60 hooked back teeth and 2 to 4 extra internal independent jaw lines or rows of teeth, the snake simply walks its jaws over its prey. Worldwide today, there are at least 5 species of giant snakes which grow large enough to eat people. Snakes! Awesome! I love them. Let's go and feed some crocodiles. Oh, blokes, hello! Woo! Come on, big fella. Oh, there we go. Look how quick he is. He's a quick crocodile. Come on. Anyone else? Hey, you want a piece? There we go. Hey, come on. Hey. Woohoo! G'day, g'day. What have we got in our bag of tricks today? Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, there he is. Have a look at that. Now, he looks like a brown snake, doesn't he? Unfortunately for him, because of his brown colours, a lot of these poor old water pythons actually get their heads knocked off in Australia because people just see a brown snake and go, oh my God, it's venomous, let's kill it. When in fact, all they have to do is pick up the phone in their local area and somebody will come and remove this snake. And a lot of the times it's usually for free. So this is a water python he's found across northern Australia. And you can see he's got the yellow underneath the belly there. He's also got a different shaped head. And he also has heat sensing pits on the side of his face. So He has a very different shaped head to, let's say, a common brown or a western brown or a king brown snake. He's got the python looking head. So what we're doing today is we're just releasing him into this swamp here. Nice little natural habitat for him, and these snakes will hunt in the water. As I said before, they're found right across northern Australia in the swampy sort of areas, rivers, anywhere where there's a bit of water. They love eating frogs. They'll also eat small mammals. They'll eat other reptiles also. But he's perfectly adapted to the water. And we'll just pop him in here, and he should just go straight under the water and disappear. So we'll pop him in. Here he goes. And there he goes on his way. We've also got another one here, just to give you a bit of a look at the size difference. This guy's a little bit bigger. These snakes can grow to nearly 3 meters in length. We'll get him out. Hello. Wow. Have a look at this bloke. He's a bit bigger, isn't he? This is another water python also, exactly the same species, just larger. If I get hold of his head there, you'll be able to zoom in and just have a little bit of a look at the heat sensing pits on the side of his face there. And it's definitely a different shaped head to that of a venomous snake. These snakes lay up to 23 eggs, usually in October and November. Amongst Aboriginal people and tribes across northern Australia, the water python is a very significant snake. They call him the rainbow serpent. Now, if the sun was out, we'd actually be able to see the beautiful rainbow iridescent colours that reflect off this snake, and that's where he gets his name from. A few different tribes in northern Australia. The Dreamtime story of the rainbow serpent is basically the snake that carved all the rivers and valleys. So you're famous. You're famous, yes you are. This is the southern or double wattled cassowary. Come over here and say hello. There's 3 species of cassowary. There's a couple more species in New Guinea. And this one's called the southern or double wattled. Got the 2 wattles on the neck there. Now the female's the big one, she's the boss. She grows to about 1.8 metres. And the male, this is about his maximum size. Beautiful colours. He's found in the rainforest. It's actually an endangered species due to forest clearing, habitat destruction, feral dogs, also cars. So their numbers are declining. There's estimated there's 1,200 left in the wild in Australia. The cast on the head is made from chitin, which is very similar to your thumbnail. And that protects his brain because he lives in the rainforest all the time. Constantly things falling down. You're going to go under there. Now if you have a look at his feet, the inside toe on each foot is modified into a larger spike. They use it for self-defense. Human deaths have occurred from this bird before. So if you see one in the wild, it's best definitely not to feed it. Okay? Beautiful blue and red colours on the neck there. Now, the female will lay the eggs, 3 to 4 eggs, and the male will incubate the eggs and bring up the young on his own. He'll look after them for up to 2 years. And when they're born, they're very stripy, just like other members of the ratite, or large flightless bird family. Ostriches, great rheas, emus. Hello. So there you go, that's the cassowary. chicken, look at the chicken. Look at the chicken. Oh, lovely, here we go. Oh. There's nothing more powerful than that. Come on, big fella, come on. Come on. Up. Whoa! Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh. Are you hungry or are you just looking at the big bit? Hey? Come on. Hey. Come on. Come on, big fella, you can do it. Come on. Hey. Up. Down the hatch. Look at those jaws. You're a big boy, aren't you? Hey? Look at those teeth there. Aren't they beauties? I'll give him a scratch on the head. Get him open his mouth right up. Look at that. Along the bottom of his jaw here is where he has a lot of pressure sensors. We'll see if we can make his jaw pop. Oh, maybe not. Up this way. You'll notice too with the crocodiles, their bottom jaw comes up. Oh, he's got me hat now. Look out. Oh, he's got it. Don't swallow that. It's not tasty. He's got me hat. Come here, mate. Reel it. Oh, there we go. Hey, you've got to put a couple of holes in that. Hey, give it a bit of character in the hat there. Good on you, little Russell. Bring your head up for us. Bring your head up. Give us another look. There we go. Good boy. Oh, there's something you don't see every day. A spider with 16 legs. This is the Australian Huntsman. And what he's actually doing is sloughing his exoskeleton. He's part of the arthropod family, and when they grow too big for their old skeletons, they move out of them. Whoa. From the bush, even to the urban jungles of Australia, people are coexisting with some of the most venomous species around without even knowing it. Typical Aussie suburban house. Let's go and have a look. Look at this little fella. This is a little comb-footed spider and is a relation to the redback. And this could have quite easily been a redback spider, so just sticking your hands in places and lifting things up, even a spare tyre, you could come into contact with a fairly dangerous species. So that's a little comb-footed white house spider. Just about every backyard in Australia has a shed or a barbecue, and at these places where it's nice and dark, you're guaranteed to find spiders. Sometimes you only see them during the night time, they hide during the day, but they're around. This is a perfect spot. There's one type of spider living here. I can tell by the web it's white, and what it feels like is actually a black house spider. But there is another one here, a highly venomous species of spider. It's just about found in every backyard across Australia. Spin the box around. Lift it up. It's somewhere. She's somewhere in here, and I know she's a she because this is one of her old egg sacs. This belongs to the redback spider, one of the most venomous spiders in Australia. It's found Australia-wide, just about everywhere except for the hottest or the coldest climates in Australia. It's found everywhere else, every other city, Australia-wide. And they have up to 8 of these egg sacs with about 50 eggs in each one. And the summertime now is when they're hatching out. This is what we've been looking for, one of the most venomous species of spider in the world. And ounce for ounce, venom-wise, I reckon she's the most venomous in the world. The redback spider from Australia, closely related to the black widow. You can see that famous red stripe on the back there. Easy to distinguish this spider. Ooh. Now if I was to get bitten by this girl right now, the venom is highly neurotoxic. Up until the 50s, there was no antivenin for these spiders, and they were responsible for at least 10 deaths in Australia. There's only one other species, the funnelweb of Sydney, that have caused deaths in Australia, and also very highly venomous. In this species, it's the female that's the most venomous rather than the male, whereas in the funnelweb spiders, the male's actually 5 times more venomous than the female. Look at that famous red stripe. See the spider shaking there? It's me. For good reason too. Now she's from the comb-footed species of spiders. Believe it or not, even when it's 35, 40 degrees outside in the outback dunny, this spider can actually still live in that. They can withstand extremely hot temperatures. They actually come out more during the night than the day. Now, if I was to get bitten by this girl now, I would have to go to hospital immediately. Straight to hospital. Now the venom from these are extremely painful. Cause pain, sweating, vomiting, can cause paralysis, can cause death as well. Definitely do not try this at home. Do not try what you see here. Believe it or not, I've been catching these spiders since I was about 6 years old. See that? She anchors her web just about everywhere she goes, and then she can come back exactly to where she came from. So when she wants to be like Spider-Man, she just lets that web out and drops down. Look at the way she moves. So just remember, these spiders are found right throughout Australia, and there's a good chance there could be one in your backyard. So always make sure you look under things when you grab them, and if you leave them alone, more than likely they're going to leave you alone. Oh, how about this? Whoa! Check that out. I gotta watch him because he can still, he's non-venomous, but he's still got big teeth. And he's got about 60 teeth in that mouth. This is the Amethystine Python, also known as the scrub python. He's found in North Queensland, Australia's largest snake. And this one here isn't huge. He can get up to 8 metres in length, believe it or not. He's found in North Queensland, the rainforest areas. He's also found in the Torres Straits. When he gets up to about 7 metres, he's obviously a lot fatter than this, but compared to say a boa constrictor or a reticulated python, he's not as heavy. He's not such a heavy snake. Now he's more long and slender, basically because a lot of the time he spends up trees. And because he's long and slender, that enables him to climb a lot better. These snakes are oviparous, they lay eggs, and he usually lays up to 12 eggs around December. And interesting that he's also found in the Torres Straits, as with a few other species. Oh, here we go. Around the neck. I don't want him to get a wrap. Around my neck. He's still, once he gets to about 5 meters in length, it becomes very hard to handle. And even now, he's got a lot of grip on there. He's right on me. And if I let him get another coil around my neck, without backup, a 4 meter one of these snakes could probably overpower most grown men. Isn't he beautiful? Have a look at him. He's pretty quiet. He's got that forked tongue there flicking out, picking up the scent particles. Also with these pythons, another thing that distinguishes them from other ones, not all pythons have the heat sensing pits on the top jaw. He's also got them on the top jaw. Now I had to turn away then, because if I breathe towards his face, those heat sensors can pick up like a quarter of a degree temperature change, and my warm breath on there might make him strike, might cause him to strike. There we go. Now just while he's here, see if you can get a little bit of a close-up. He's got the heat sensing pits at the front on the top jaw. He's also trying to have a good go at constricting me. We have a little look inside his mouth. As I said before, he's non-venomous, he kills by constriction, which he's trying to do now. I'll let go of his head and just hope that he doesn't bite me. I've got no idea where he's. There he is. Oh! Look at him. Beautiful snake. There he goes. Go towards the cameraman. There you go. Not just on the land, but also the ocean surrounding Australia, especially in northern Australia, you can also find some of Australia's most venomous creatures. We've travelled here to tropical North Queensland in search of one of the most venomous creatures found in the ocean. It's now summertime, so there should be some about. And this is what we've came to find. The Cryonics Fleckery, also known as the boxed jellyfish or sea wasp. And this particular species of jellyfish has caused many deaths in Australia. There are around 19 different species from the box family, and what they do is they troll around, they extend the tentacles. You can see his tentacles here. They can actually extend up to 3 meters in length, and he swims around trawling. Now the reason he has such potent and toxic venom and stinging cells is when he touches a fish, he wants to instantly paralyze it. Fish or prawns is what they eat, and they are attracted to small splashes, and they basically trawl around in the shallows in the summer months, and this is what makes it so dangerous to swim in these northern waters. Now there's thousands upon thousands of stinging cells in there, and he has 4 clutches of up to 15 tentacles on each one. Extremely toxic. This is actually a small one. A large one could be right up to the size of a basketball and weigh up to 2 kilos. The stinging cells, or nematocytes, have protein sensors on them. So when they touch a fish, he knows it's a fish, and he fires off thousands of cells which instantly paralyze his prey. Also small prawns is what he loves to eat. There's one of the tentacles there, so they can actually extend up to about 3 meters in length, and it's got thousands upon thousands of stinging cells. I wouldn't like to have one of these guys on. Believe it or not, one of the best treatments for jellyfish stings is vinegar, believe it or not. It's also good when you're down the beach and you're having hot fish and chips, you got your vinegar there. It neutralizes the stinging cells and stops more of them firing off. So if you're stung by one of these, definitely don't rub sand into it or try and pull it off. Every time you roll it around, it'll fire off more and more stinging cells. They cause paralysis. It's a highly toxic and neurotoxin and has been known to kill people. If you got stung across the chest by something like this, it could probably kill you in about 8 to 10 minutes, maybe less. I'm Corey Did. This is Corey Didn't. Corey didn't read the crocodile warning sign. So basically he's come down to the water and doesn't know that there is crocodiles in this area. And we're just going to give you a bit of a demonstration of what would happen if he was to lean forward and actually wash his hands. And that was basically just a territorial attack. Bang, bang. He's not really hungry. It was just anything in his body of water. Whether he's hungry or not, he's going to kill it. As you can see, Corey had a bit of a rebuild. He's got himself a new head and his shirt's popped back on. Now, once again, Corey didn't read the crocodile signs, or didn't know that there were crocodiles in the area, and he's come down to the water. Now, what Corey didn't realise is that crocodiles can also pick up the vibrations from your footsteps as you're walking around the water's edge. That's basically what can happen. A crocodile attack is one of the most instantaneous, violent things. Compared to his teeth, your body is nothing. Wow. Now he's basically, oh, there we go. He's just basically ripped him in half. Get out of my territory. But his head's still good, so let's go and see if he wants to meet another one. Same dummy, different crocodile. Now I tried to warn Corey didn't, but he's a little bit of a dummy. Oh! You can hear the other crocodiles growling in the background. Oh, have a look at that. Danger, danger. Put him back in. You're gonna roll for us or get a bit of a head shake? Can I have my shirt back? Oh, thank you. You going for the big bit, were you? And there you go. That'll be the end of that. There you go, there's some crocodiles for you. Now this is exactly why we don't want anybody to be a dummy in crocodile country. Well, I'm Corey Wild, thanks for joining us. We hope you can join us on our next adventure and see you next time.
Corey Wild.